right.
I don't know. Tupac would win. Is that a cool name?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be really creative to come up with a name like that. Tupac.
Fun fact, the intro like came out for the one who's like 20.
Yo, what's your favorite Tupac song?
Okay, I don't have to think too long about this one. Gun to the head. Oof, I'm sorry, Tupac. I'm gonna say California Love.
All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty commercial. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like Dear Mama. Dear Mom.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate.
There's like so many great songs like this though. Like, how do you even choose?
Tupac was amazing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the thing about Tupac
Uh-huh.
is, if you're a person who was really in the 90s like me, like in the swirl of Black Hollywood, it's almost like there were these two Tupacs.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as an actor, I would run into him from time to time in the 90s, you know. But every time I ran into him, he was just full of life, dancing around, just hyper.
Yeah.
And then you see these interviews, and he's just like all serious, and, you know, talking about the man and all this. And it's just like, that's not how he really was in real life. Short story. I went to a party. It was right after that movie Poetic Justice came out. And I was hanging with my friend Joe Torre, who had just been in the movie. And I was with also Khalida Smith, who played the mom on the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah.
And we went to this party, Hollywood party, and me and Khalida were dancing in the dance. We had two girls dance corny and stuff. All of a sudden, Tupac walks in. Okay. And he's like, yo. He says hello to Joe because he just knows him from the movie and everything. And he makes a beeline for Khalida and just starts, you know, like groping her and all over her. And that was the Tupac that I knew and would run into on the scene. Like, I didn't understand and still don't get like this serious person that they show all the time. It's just like, who is that person?
Did you have like a short conversation with him? You know, like,
I couldn't even get it in because every time I would see him, I only read it maybe 3 times without it. Yeah. It would always be the same thing. He'd come into the party and he'd be just this whirlwind of life, you know? And, I don't really think I was this type. I mean, Khalida had like that body boy, you know, she had that, you know? I kind of got the, but you know, so I think he kind of liked girls like that. But you know what? I need to test you. Because how are you just going to be, you know, born in 1995?
Yeah.
And sitting here in the seat with TRINA MCGEE. We need to test your wordiness to be on everything. So we're going to give you a Tupac quiz. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. What was Tupac Shakur's birth name? Was it Tupac Amaru Shakur, Lassane Parish Crooks, Malik El Shabazz, that's so corny. Okay. Jamal Tupac Green. That's a hard one. What was his true birth name? Tupac Amaru Shakur, Lassane Parish Crooks, Malik El Shabazz, or Jamal Tupac Green?
I'm gonna go with the second one.
Whoa! Why would you go with the second one? Lassane Parish Crooks. Why?
It just sounds, I don't know, more reasonable. Definitely wasn't the Malik one. That's a bit too much. And I know his name wasn't originally Tupac when he was born, but something else.
His name really is Lassane Parish Crooks.
Wow, okay.
I did not know that. That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's not even like a derivative of Tupac.
Not at all.
Okay. What was the name of Tupac's debut album?
Okay.
Was it Me Against the World? Strictly for My Niggas with a Z? Tupacalypse Now? Or Us or Me?
Me Against the World came out the same year I was born, so I know that.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with it's the Tupacalypse Now?
Right. Very good.
Wow.
I don't know. I think you're cheating on me.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. Tupac would is that a cool name?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be really creative to come up with a name like that. Tupacalypse.
Fun fact, the intro came out for the one who was like 3 years old.
I know. I know. He's so young. And so much was coming at him that at 20, 21, 23.
Yeah.
You know, by the time he got to 23 and those ages, he was with Death Row and everything. And I know it must have been so, you know, coming from such an advocate background and but just wanting to feed your family, wanting to feed you. These are the choices, you know, we have to make.
Yeah.
You know, oftentimes we get frowned, we get criticized, we get criticized by white people, we get criticized by Black people, you know, about the choices that we make to get ahead in a world that we didn't create. And I think, you know, when I see Tupac out there and all the T-shirts and everything and all the fanfare and the martyrism that still goes on with him, I think that's really what he is resonating to people, the struggle, you know, and everything that we do in the struggle, you know, it's the good, bad, and the ugly.
Definitely.
All right, let's move on. Let's just bring it up. Let's bring it up. Ah!
Bring it back.
Which movie marked Tupac's acting debut?
Okay.
Was it Poetic Justice, Juice, Above the Rim, or Gridlock?
I guess I was in Gridlock, fucking, and that's my shooter. It's between either Poetic Justice and Juice. And I'm just gonna go with the one the way he looks younger. I'm just gonna take a wild guess because those two confuse me. I'm gonna go with Juice.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
Wow. Okay.
I love still saying that. You got the juice now. I used to say that to my kids when they were little. Like, I could munch. And I'd be like, you got juice now.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Mom, you're crazy. But
and that was like around New York, right? That's around like your neck of the woods. Right?
Oh yeah, Juice was big. Because Juice is like, it's so like that classic New York thing, you know? Because New York is always, especially back then, was always like, who's loyal, who's down?
Yeah.
Who's down, who's loyal? Yeah. So like the whole movie was like, who's down, who's loyal? You got the juice down. Yo. So that was really, that was my role. Yeah. Definitely the Juice book. Poetic Justice, I didn't understand that movie that much. I didn't get it. But that was a pretty amazing movie. Now, I will say you this, the movie Gridlock, I actually auditioned for that against Sandy Newton, who got the part. Yeah. And I remember I was so nervous. I auditioned for Vonnie Curtis Hall, who was an amazing director back then. But I was up in it. You know what I'm saying? I have a right to talk about it. So, what was Tupac's alias when he joined Death Row Records? Was it Machiavelli? Hack the Don? Bishop, or T. Hustle?
Since I've only heard one of those names consistently, I'm going to go with a Machiavelli.
I know. Machiavelli is such a strange name.
Yeah.
I feel to take. First of all, Machiavelli is Italian. I'll never really understand that, you know, Tupac had his reasons.
He has so many layers to him, I just want to say.
So many, but you know what I take away from him, though, honestly, is why can't I survive like everybody else? Like, about how other people do in this world. You know, that's what I really get. Why is my need to take care of me and mine any less than anybody else's?
Yeah.
So, what 1996 double album is considered one of Tupac's greatest hits? 1996 double album.
Yeah.
The Don Kill Illuminati. The 7 Day Theory. That's an album. All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Until the End of Time. Or just Greatest Hits. It was a double album, 1996.
Fuck. Against the world. I think it's All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah. That wasn't it.
That's the jam now.
It was.
That is the jam. All Eyes on Me.
That was like peak Tupac right there.
Oh yeah, that's peak Tupac.
Yeah.
I love that one. Yeah. That's that. And I also like the other one he does, What You Want to Do, when he does the Bobby Caldwell remake. That's Love.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, here's another one. Which poet did Tupac often quote and referenced in his work? Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes, Nikki Giovanni, or Shakespeare?
This one's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
I would think Langston Hughes, because it was all about like revolution and black power.
Yeah, he was. My son is named after Langston Hughes.
I'm gonna go for Langston.
Wrong.
Oh man.
Finally,
Yeah.
I've got you in the clutches. No, actually, the poet that Tupac often quoted and references his work in his work was Shakespeare.
Really?
Yeah. I would think that either, but I feel like Tupac was always like playing the game, You know what I mean?
Well, I did mention those layers.
He has layers. He got layers. What was the name of the group Tupac was a part of before going solo? Was it Digital Underground, Thug Life, Outlaws, West Side Click? Which one was it?
The Digital Underground, Don't Stop for Hoes. I get it.
I know, it's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
Round and round.
Oh my god.
I used to like that group a lot, though.
Yeah.
Humpty Hump, all of that.
Humpty Dance.
They did that. And that video for Round and Round, oh my gosh. That was just,
Tupac.
he was so cool. He got all the movies. He's very handsome man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was Tupac doing? This is our last and final question on our Tupac pop quiz. Okay. What was Tupac doing when he was shot in Las Vegas in 1996? Was he performing? Was he leading a boxing match, filming a music video, or driving to a studio session?
Leaving a boxing match?
Yeah.
Yeah, that part I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm always one off, but shut up. I think I did put on my Tupac fans.
Not to be funny or anything, but a lot of people have a theory that he's like a keeper somewhere.
I've heard of that, man.
Do you think that's true?
It might be, because I think he's like the most hardworking dead rapper, or like the most hardworking rapper. Like so many albums posthumously. Like, did you really record that much?
Yeah.
Like 25?
By 25. I know.
Wow.
Just incredible.
Yeah. Talk about a work ethic.
Would you rate Tupac as one of the top rappers of like the 90s?
Definitely. Just like even in general, I'd say greatest rappers of all time, he's definitely in my top 5, if not top 3. But like 90s, Def and Tupac held the 90s. Like he was.
Why do you think your generation just immortalizes him so much?
I mean, like, he fought for so many different causes. He understood the plight of the black man anywhere, never mind in the US, but also like here in like Africa, like wherever you are in the world. He just truly understood what it was to be a young black man.
Yeah.
With the world against you and what it is to like try and survive and stuff. Like, his energy, his aura, his message still resonates to this day universally. So,
yeah. Well, it's a very complicated subject, I try to keep it light here because this is a heavy subject. Yeah. Love that Tupac. You gotta love it,
Awesome Tupac.
That's right. That you won't do for love.
Hey.
And everything 90s.
Yeah.
So, you gonna come back?
Definitely.
Yeah?
I love this one. So it's like, still have to do another quiz where I get everything on this show. So like, and then keep coming back until I get it. I am going to get it. Best believe.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and chatting with me for a moment on the complexities and the intricacies of Tupac. To Thug Life or not.
Thug Life.
Peace.